Gold, thanks for joining me. It's nice to put you in front of the camera. Been a
Cheers.
while. First of all, tell me about the injury and the recovery and how the period of the processes of that has been for you.
Well, I had a fractured cheekbone. Obviously, that happened on a game on the 1st of Jan when we played Boston. Obviously, straight away, I knew that something was off, so went to A&E, and they obviously confirmed that there was a fracture. Didn't know if I need to have an op on that or not. Gave it a week, but then with the surgeons, after speaking to the surgeon and evaluating all the opinions, even with a second opinion in Switzerland, where we decided to do the op, and it was quite good. Obviously, I had it on the 13th, and then recovery time would have been 6 to 8 weeks, and then literally on 6 weeks on the dot, I came back, Chester, at home.
You seem to have recovered quite quickly and your fitness seemed to stay quite high. Were you doing a lot of general work other than the injuries you faced? Were you keeping yourself physically fit, doing lots of stuff while you were in Switzerland or when you came back?
Well, definitely, I tried to do my stuff,
Mm-hmm.
stay on it, and obviously I was lucky because of the injury was obviously in my face, so my whole body was still intact, let's say. So I was fortunate, if you want to say luck. I had luck in the unluck. How do you say that?
Is this the worst layoff period you've had? Is that the worst injury you've had in your career?
I would say, if you look at the injury time, maybe not. I done my hamstring 3 years ago now. So I was out for 10 weeks then.
Mm-hmm.
But probably the most frustrating one because of the timing of the injury. But yeah, I feel like injuries are part of the game. You don't want to have too many of them, but every injury you have, you learn from it as well. So yeah.
And you say sort of, about 3 years ago you had the hamstring. Tell me a bit about your career generally. How come you came to England? What's your career path been? What's brought you here to King's Lynn and to the UK?
Yeah, obviously played football all my life. Started off as an outfield player, as now striker, and then when I was a bit younger, I don't know, I switched. I went to a goalkeeper position. Didn't really like it, so I switched back. Played semi-professionally in Switzerland, and then had an opportunity to come over to England via a mutual friend. Via a good friend of mine. I was able to come play football here in the Conference South. That went quite well, and then obviously scored a few goals there, and then got moved to Bury.
And do you still see Switzerland as home? Do you think you'll end your career there? Will you go back there, or are you settled here?
Well, first of all, yes, Switzerland's definitely home. Still see it as my home. But I must say I really like it in the UK. Not when the weather's like it has been the last few months, but no, definitely Switzerland. I still see it as a home, and I don't know yet. We'll see where football will get me, but definitely at some point it would be a dream of me to play for my hometown, like for FC Zurich. So we never know. See what happens.
Talking now about your career here at King's Lynn, do you think Tommy, the gaffer, has made any differences to your playing style? Has he helped your career?
Yeah, definitely. He's been massive when you look at obviously since he came in, pretty much obviously changed the whole environment changed since the second he put a foot in the door. But yeah, I'm very grateful to being given the chance to play under him. Because as it is when new managers come in, you never know as a player. It's uncertain times, but no, I feel like he's been massive. Obviously, the style of play we played last season, and then obviously to this season we're doing well, and I like playing under him.
And thinking about sort of your favourite moments, and there's a couple of questions here about your favourite moment at Lynn and your favourite moment this season. What would you say has been your best moment with the club?
That's probably the same moment, I guess. It must be the goal, Doncaster away in the FA Cup when I scored the winner, came off the bench. I feel like that was probably this season's probably the best memory I have so far. Obviously, that's the same with with everybody, I think.
And people are asking, how come you win so many headers? You're a tall chap, but does it make a difference when you're playing against someone who's just a bit shorter than you, rather than someone who's the equivalent size or a bit taller? Does that make a fundamental difference to you?
Well, yeah, I try to win headers. Obviously, not always able to do it, but I try to do my best. And yeah, like it's different. Every player is different. You play different defenders. You play high, tall defenders, and it's not always easy. But I think it comes down to timing and the ability to be able to jump. But yeah, at the end, if it's a good ball and I can attack the ball, I think I'm always favourite to win it. Yeah.
And what advice would you give to young players that are coming through, about the bad moments and the good moments and how to handle themselves in a career in football?
I would say never get too low in a bad moment, never get too high in a good moment. So always try to keep the same energy. If you're doing well, obviously be proud of yourself, but don't get carried away. And if things are not going well, don't get too frustrated and try keep on doing what you're doing, and obviously work on yourself, do extras. If you're out on the pitch with your team, stay out if you can and do extras, do more than your teammates or do more than your opponents, and at the end of the day, your hard work will always pay off. So. And
someone's asking what song you prefer. You seem to have a bit of a following for music behind you.
Yeah, I feel like there's 2 songs there. I like them both. So if I had to choose one, it's probably the normal one, the Gold.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate them all. Like, it's all good. And yeah.
Excellent stuff. Gold, I just need one more thing from you. I need a nomination of 2 people to do the next session who have not been on before.
2.
2.
I would say Aaron Cosgrave and Adam.